in a tweet with over 6,200 likes and over 4.6 million views. The tweet reads, "Japan is so effing misogynistic," and posting this clip of this lady from C4 News, who says,
"A Japanese city's in trouble for sending leaflets to heavily pregnant women telling them how to please their husbands after giving birth. The leaflet says that new mums might annoy their husbands if they do things like taking care of the baby instead of the chores, and that new dads like to be thanked for doing things like the washing up, changing nappies, or even holding their child. It also advises women to give their partners a massage and to smile." Women in the Japanese city of Minichi have been getting these leaflets for the last few years, after dads gave advice to a survey in 2017. But now, the city's mayor has apologised and said that the leaflets will stop being distributed after people called them misogynistic. People say that these leaflets are showing the outdated gender norms in Japan that some say are contributing to the country's falling birth rate, a problem that the Prime Minister has said is so bad that soon the country may fail to maintain social functions.
I think the first question should be, is she actually saying anything that's true? Because she provided zero evidence of any of that. Now, hypothetically, if it is all true, then I would say that in my personal opinion, there are a number of things allegedly said in that leaflet that I disagree with. However, upon looking into the situation a bit further, while I don't think she's lying about it, I do think she is not exactly representing it very fairly. Case in point, let's get some more information from a Japanese article on this topic ran through DeepL. So she did mention that there was a survey done, but she didn't give you any more info than that. So here you go. The document includes the results of a survey of approximately 100 men whose children are undergoing 4-month checkups. The top things my wife does for me that makes me happy is housework. And the top things I want her to do for me is tell me clearly in concrete terms what I should do. Time magazine would also write about the situation, saying, "For the past 5 years, expectant mothers in a Japanese city have been receiving unsolicited advice from local authorities via a flyer telling them how to behave after giving birth, not for their own or their baby's well-being, but to avoid annoying their husbands." So, like, hypothetically, if that is true, I disagree with that. I think the baby's well-being should be put first. Continuing. "The colorful flyer with cartoon drawings highlighted behaviors that men didn't like in their wives, such as being busy taking care of the baby and not doing chores, and getting frustrated for no reason. It also recommended that new mothers prepare their husband's lunch every day, thank men for doing basic household chores, and always have a smile on their faces." So what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is accurate? Do you think maybe they're being a bit hyperbolic, trying to frame it worse, or maybe it's totally fair? I don't know. Haven't been able to read the actual leaflet itself. But again, hypothetically, if this is all true, I'll just point out like another thing I find odd. Always having a smile on their faces. That's weird to me. That's like asking them to act fake, excuse me, and that's just weird, like I said. I also personally would not want my wife making my lunch every day. I find that weird too. Like, I'm a grown man. I can make my own lunch. Parents make their lunch for their children. I don't need her making my lunch for me every day. But if you disagree with me, that's fine. You might be different. Maybe your relationship would be different. But I also, just for more context, love cooking. I cook multiple times a day. Like I said, I just love cooking. You know what? Maybe I'd make a good wife, actually. Now, we actually have a full translation of the leaflet, and there's 3 pages, apparently, from Shiro Slime on Twitter. So shouts out to Shiro Slime. Although, to be quite frank, I'm still a little bit confused. This whole diagram's kind of confusing me. But, look, I'll point out 2 things, though, that caught my attention. One, right here, what I didn't like about my wife's attitude. So, apparently it really does say, like, busy taking care of the baby and can't do housework. I do find that weird. Like, what is the wife supposed to do? Take less care of the baby then? I don't know about that. But, like, here's something that seems good. Childcare without a break can make your mind and body tired. In such a case, please don't worry alone and let us listen to your story. We're waiting for you. So it's like the husband wants to help, right? Oh my gosh, hold on a second. This is like extremely important information that the news article and the TikTok people are leaving out of this topic. So apparently, Japan also surveyed 100 mothers. Look at this. About 100 mothers who are raising children in Onomichi City. The results of the questionnaire. Mom's feelings before and after childbirth are listed on the back. And so they're literally asking the wife their opinion too, like what they need. Like, look at this. If we scroll down to the bottom here, tips for supporting moms. Thank you, and thank you for your hard work, etc. Put gratitude and feelings into words. Postpartum moms are prone to mental and physical disorders due to changes in hormonal balance, and life is centered around the baby. 3, even if you can't support childcare or housework because of work, etc., support the emotional aspects such as listening to your wives and sympathizing with her. So, wow. The freaking media, the TikTok people were framing this as all just like the government telling the wives how to act. and the men like telling them how to act. But there's a whole page out of 3 pages. One of the entire pages is about what the husbands can do for the wives. And the 3rd page is also apparently a survey of 100 senior moms and asking their answers to a number of questions. So to my understanding, 3 pages, 1 is what the husbands want. 2 of the pages are about like what the women would want and advice from the women. And all those people left that out. That's so crazy, man. I cannot believe that. I mean, I totally can't believe that, unfortunately. But at the same time, this is awful. See, and those people, the TikToker, the media and all that, they're trying to act like they stand up for women. But all they did was gaslight and manipulate women, thinking that Japan is worse and that this whole leaflet thing is a lot worse than it actually is. Like, look at this. What I want my husband to do from the advice. Let's get off the conversation. 1, I want you to take more care of the baby. 2, I want you to listen to me, sympathize about being negative and sympathize with me. 3, help with the housework. Other side here, happy to have my husband do, taking care of the baby, doing housework without making a face. That's funny. It's just a funny, again, I'll use the juxtaposition word because it's like the husband wants the wife to smile more and the wife wants the husband to stop making silly faces or something, I guess. So the wife wants a massage. Look at that. They both want massages and stuff. So it's like, yeah, I definitely think the media was manipulative on this topic after seeing like these pages. That's so crazy. Thank you again, Shiro Slime, for providing us with these translations. Oh, one last thing though. With respect, I got to call out some of the men over in Japan for this one though. Wait, here it is. Yeah. You're making the wife carry the heavy stuff? Come on, bruh. So yeah, those were just some of the things that stuck out to me real briefly. Let me know what you think about all that in the comments. And then, like I said, regarding the dishonest coverage this has all been getting from like the media and some TikTok videos and stuff, also keep in mind, I only showed you a few examples in this video. There are, of course, many, many more examples out there. And as we reach the end of this video, I'd like to go back to one other point of contention, and that was the declining birth rate in Japan and how some people on TikTok and Twitter and all that were trying to blame it on the misogyny in Japan. And they cited this whole leaflet thing as an example of such. Well, now, genuine question, how big of a deal is the declining birth rate in Japan? Because I don't know. But what I can tell you is apparently the US also has a declining birth rate, and China has also been having a declining birth rate here, saying that they've been dropping for 5 straight years in a row. As a matter of fact, apparently the entire world is on average having a declining birth rate. It seems odd how many people on Twitter like to target Japan specifically with things like this, when in reality, the situation is much broader. And there are many countries, by the way, that treat women a lot worse than Japan. And oftentimes these sort of social media activists, for some reason, never talk about those countries. Someone responding to the OP saying that the video clip that was posted that we watched, that they consider that all very racist. And the OP saying that they do not care. Someone else is like, normal people, do you want to fix your plummeting birth rate? Japan, no. They get a response that says, only problem, much of the West is experiencing the same problem, just delayed by 5 to 10 years. All right, and I'll leave it there. Also, apologies if this video was a little disjointed or a little scuffed in any manner. I actually stopped recording this a couple times and started it again because I thought I was gonna have to leave the house. Turned out I didn't have to, and kind of lost my place multiple times while covering this. So hopefully it wasn't too bad and all that, but thank you for understanding. Hope you enjoyed this segment. Let me know what you think about it all in the comments. Appreciate you, and I'll see you there.